The chamber buzzed with an energy that could almost be touched, a mix of anticipation and tension, as senators, journalists, and aides filled every seat. Cameras flashed and whispered conversations darted through the marble halls. Kennedy walked in, his tailored suit slightly worn at the edges, not from lack of care, but from the countless battles fought for the people he served. His eyes, calm yet sharp, scanned the room. Something about the moment told him this wasn't going to be an ordinary session. And he was right. When Kamala Harris rose to speak, the room hushed instantly. Her voice, steady and unwavering, carried a sting that landed with precision. "With all due respect," she said, her eyes locking on Kennedy's, "some of us believe that what you represent is a relic of the past. Your ideas may have shaped history, but history is not what we live in. It's time for new visions, new leadership." A murmur ran through the chamber. Some nodded, some frowned, and Kennedy felt the weight of every gaze. For a moment, he heard the echo of doubt in his own mind, the quiet whisper that perhaps age and experience had become chains rather than wings. But then he took a breath. He remembered why he had entered public service, not for accolades, not for legacy, but for the people whose voices often went unheard. He remembered the faces of those who had waited for hope in hospital wards, in school hallways, in small towns where opportunity had forgotten them. He remembered the conversations with voters who had told him, often with tears, that his work mattered because someone was listening, someone was fighting. And he realized something profound: being a relic wasn't about age. It was about becoming irrelevant. And he wasn't irrelevant. Not yet. Not ever. Kennedy stood slowly, the creak of the wooden podium under his hands somehow grounding him. He looked first at Harris, and then at the chamber, at the journalists scribbling feverishly, at the young aides holding their breath. His voice, calm but firm, cut through the tension. "Madam Vice President," he began, "you call me a relic. Perhaps you mean it as an insult. But let me tell you something about relics." He paused, letting the word linger in the air. Relics are preserved not because they are weak, but because they are powerful. They endure because they carry lessons. They survive because they have withstood storms that others have yet to face. A hush fell over the chamber. Even those who had opposed him leaned in, sensing the shift. "Experience," he continued, "is not a cage. It is a compass. It shows us where we've been, so we can see more clearly where we must go. And yes, I have seen the world change. I have seen ideals tested. I have faced criticism, doubt, and the very notion of irrelevance you speak of. But I am not afraid of your future. I am ready to guide it. I am ready to lift it. Because my fight has always been for what lasts beyond any election, beyond any single speech.